Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for college football week 11. And of course, this is the Mountain West Conference edition here. But before we go ahead and dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, just have to quickly remind you once again that we're on a 6-game winning streak right now in our daily best play on patreon.com/Brock Page. And once again, that's a perfect 6-0 in our last 6 daily best plays in that category. And access to the daily best play costs just $1.99. We currently have over 675 members signed up and active on that site. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. And moving on, we're going to take a look at Fresno State squaring off against Utah State. And that's going to be a 2:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff this Saturday. The Fresno State Bulldogs are the 10-point favorite while traveling. Totals 55 and a hook. The Utah State Aggies are plus 280 for some money line cash. And of course, Utah State just fired their head coach, Gary Anderson, after their 34-9 loss to Nevada this past week. Now, the Aggies are winless on the year, 0-3 to start the season, and they haven't come anywhere near covering the number. The Aggies are averaging just 9 points a game, and they're throwing for just 101 yards a game as well. Those are like peewee numbers. The Aggies are amongst the worst teams in the nation in yards per play. And like I said peewees. I guess we're talking about Pop Warner. Those are like Pop Warner numbers there, not getting the job done. Now, Utah State's also scored just 4 total offensive touchdowns on the season, and their leading rusher on the team is averaging just 38 yards a game on the ground. Meanwhile, defensively, the Aggies still have yet to force a turnover, and they've given up 34 points or more in all 3 of their ball games this season. The Aggie defense is allowing almost 300 yards a game through the air, and they're giving up well over 200 yards a game on the ground. Their opponents are gaining almost 7 yards per play. Now, they are taking on a Fresno State squad who's currently on a 2-game winning streak themselves, really putting it together here over the past couple of weeks. They also went 2-0 against the spread in those couple of victories. They actually covered a 12-point spread against UNLV this past week, putting up 40 on the running Rebels. They also held the Colorado State Rams to just 17 total points in their victory before that. So like I just said, really doing a great job getting the W over the past couple of weeks. Now the Bulldogs are throwing for almost 300 yards a game, and they've already rushed for 447 total yards on the ground this season. They're gaining 149 yards a game on the ground. And, of course, most of that is thanks to running back Ronnie Rivers. He's actually carried it 60 times for 307 yards and 6 scores. He's averaging 5.1 yards a carry and 2 rushing touchdowns a game. Meanwhile, in the passing game, wideout Carrick Wheatfall has 13 receptions for 225 yards. Wheatfall is averaging nearly 18 yards per reception. Now, total-wise, Fresno's lone road game on the season got over the posted number. Meanwhile, Utah State saw their lone home game get over the line themselves. They're officially 2-1 to the over for the season. So with all that in mind, give me Fresno State minus 10 and the over 55.5 in that contest. All right, let's see if our next game's up on the board here. It is Hawaii, San Diego State. That's a 4 p.m. Eastern start time.